question this evening. Let's start with a basic fact.
Oh, sorry.
And that is climate change threatens every living thing on this planet. And we are running out of time. Someone asked me not long ago, what's the scariest thing to you about climate? And to me, it's the fact that every time the scientists run the numbers again, we have less time than we thought. It's worse than we thought it was. They think another reason why the crisis is upon us. So I see this as we got to move forward on all fronts, and we got to do it as hard and fast as we can. I love saying this. I will do everything a president can do, love it, all by herself. And that means things like, these are the things within a president's control. No more new mining or drilling on any federal lands. Respect our Native American tribes and say not only do they have control over their tribal lands, all adjacent federal lands. They make a decision. I've got a plan to support our national forests and national parks with 10,000 volunteers from across this country to work on internships. But the real change is going to have to come. Oh, wait, I got one more I can do by myself. How about no coal lobbyists for head of EPA? I'll do everything that can be done on the first day by executive order or by nomination. But the big change is going to take Congress. So let me tell you why I start where I start. I start with fighting corruption. Head on. Because if we don't disrupt the power of the oil companies, if we don't disrupt the power of the big polluters, oh yeah, we'll get through some things that will have great titles, like Saved the World, but that have the loopholes, that have the not so much, that will have the long term if it's convenient for you and doesn't hurt your profits. And we just simply can't afford that anymore. So I start with the anti-corruption bill. I want to introduce that anti-corruption bill on the first day, and this is where I count on all of you. I want to have an army mobilized across this country. Everyone. Whether your issue is climate, whether your issue is gun violence, whatever is your issue, healthcare, I want you in this fight so that we beat back the corruption in Washington, we knock back the influence of the lobbyists, and then we can make the big change we need to make on climate. That's what we got to do. And on every other subject. So, quick on climate, because I love talking about this, but let me just do a couple of really quick ones on climate. Here's one. We got to be willing to use regulation. Three industries that we can pass regulations and say, look, by 2028, you can't build any new houses or buildings that have any carbon footprint. By 2030, no new cars, light-duty trucks with any carbon footprint. And by 2035, no electricity that has any carbon footprint. All electric production has to be carbon-free. 3 industries. We put those 3 regulations in place. We cut our carbon footprint in America by 70%. 3 things. So let's do what's effective. Now, that's not enough. We got to go after the rest of it. But let's start there. Let's be willing to pick up those tools and use it. And then a second point I want to make. We got a problem. Let's say we go to zero carbon emission by 2030, 2035. We're only 20% of the world's problem. We have to find a way to lead the rest of the world. And sure, being in the Paris Climate Accord, yes, I'm all for it. It's just not enough. We got to have a much more aggressive plan than that, and I have one. So here's the short version. Increase by tenfold our investment in R&D on climate. Tenfold. Do what we do best. Why? Because there is an upcoming market for green. Green energy, taking carbon out of the air, out of the water, cleaning up the oceans, desalinization. There's a lot of market for this. It's estimated to be about a $17 trillion market. So let's do what we do best as Americans. Let's do the R&D. Let's make that investment in our state universities and all across this country, people who are doing this work. That's part one. Part two is to say to anybody, you want to manufacture what we invent? Great. You're welcome to the science if you build it here in America. Yeah. American taxpayers are going to pay for the science to get this done. Then American taxpayers are going to see good American jobs, good manufacturing jobs, good union jobs to come out of this work. That's what we're going to do. Best estimate is that's about 1.2 million new manufacturing jobs in America, and that gives us a whole bunch of new allies in this fight. And then part three, we're going to not only sell this stuff here in the United States to clean up, we're going to sell it or give it away all around the world. Because the one thing we have to understand is we are running out of time on climate. We got no more time to fool around. No more time with the lobbyists, no more time for this plan versus that plan. It's all of the plans because we have a moral obligation to save this planet in the last few minutes that we have the opportunity to do so.